today's episode of Candid Kaya. Today I have professional dancer and NBA cheerleader Kayla here, and we are going to be talking about how you can make the dance team. Stay tuned. So hello Kayla.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming on today's episode. Can you start with letting the viewers know a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I am 26 years old. I was born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I spent all my summers in LA, so I claim Cali sometimes. And I attended Spelman College, and I have my degree in economics. And currently now I'm a professional dancer.
All right. So Kayla, can you tell us just a little bit about your dance background?
Sure. Okay, so my dance background is really extensive. I started when I was 2 years old because some of my professional cousin dancers, they told my mom that I needed to start dancing at 1. So I'm trained in ballet, jazz, modern, tap, hip hop, lyrical, contemporary, all of that and beyond. I trained at Debbie Allen, so shout out to those Dada babies. I also danced at Milwaukee Ballet. So I have done cheer and dance competitively, as well as in college I danced for the Mahogany Emotion. So hey y'all, hey Mahogany. And now I currently am a 4-year veteran dancer with an NBA team.
Okay. All right, so basically you were Nia from Dance Moms.
Kind of, sort of.
Got it. Everyone got that vision? Okay. Great. All right, Kayla, so just tell us, why do you love dance so much?
Honestly, you know, at first people used to think that it was something that my parents used to make me do because it was an activity to keep me busy, but it has really been my safe haven. You know, it's something that I'm extremely passionate about. It keeps me healthy, keeps me motivated. I enjoy being able to express myself with my body and be able to communicate with so many different people through dance. So that's why I love dance.
Kayla, in your opinion, what qualities make a good dancer?
Okay, so I believe that there are 2 types of dancers. I believe that there are people who train, you know, for a very long time to be dancers, and then there's people where dance is just a part of who you are. So I believe anyone can be a dancer, but I believe that a great dancer is dedicated, they are determined, and they're also disciplined.
Right.
So in order to be a really good dancer, you have to be dedicated because dancers are really athletes. You know, a lot of people don't recognize us as athletes, but we are. You know, we train 10 hours a day, sometimes 21 hours a day, sometimes a whole day. We might have to have practice from 9 in the morning until the next day. You have to be disciplined because if you're not going to be disciplined within, you know, you're practicing, then you're not going to perform well.
Right.
As well as determined. You have to have that determination about it. So in order to be determined, you have to really love what you do. You have to really love performing. You have to love being passionate about your art form and really take it seriously. So I think those 3 things make you a good dancer.
So how important is it to have a dance background if trying out for a dance team?
Well, it definitely depends on what level you are auditioning for. If you are auditioning for, let's say, a pro NBA team, having a strong dance background is very important, as well as having a strong cheer background. You know, typically they provide what level they would like you to be at, but experience is not completely necessary. As I was touching on, like having that passion, a lot of times if you really have a strong passion for dance and that, you know, shows through how you perform and your
Right.
personality, then a lot of teams will still take you and they will mold you.
Right.
You know, that's where that determination and that dedication will come in. If you seem as though you have a really strong work ethic, people will still take you on a team. However, I will encourage you all to, you know, enroll in dance classes, contact a local dance studio. You know, if you're not already at a dance studio, you can always go on YouTube. You know, we're socially savvy now. It's the 21st century.
Right.
They have how-to videos on how to do the splits, how to do a pirouette. They have how-to videos on just routines that you can learn offline, as well as if you have a friend who's already at a dance studio, you can always say, hey girl, you know, come over my house. Can you teach me that routine you learned?
Right, true.
But there's so many different things that you can do to prepare yourself if you are not technically trained already.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So Kayla, get into the good stuff. What are your tips to making the high school or competition team?
One thing I will say is do your research. Understand the type of team that you are auditioning for. If it is a very competitive high school team or just a competitive dance team in general, you definitely want to know what they are looking for.
Right.
So if they are looking for dancers who can do triples and backflips and things of that nature, and that is not where you are, I would definitely make sure that you know, work very hard to get to that level. That's one thing. Two, you always want to go into any audition prepared as though you are already on the team. You know, I always tell girls that when they're looking to audition for NBA dance teams now of what I'm doing. And I always say, walk in the audition like you belong on the team. Because if they can see you and visualize you on the team already, then you already, you know, crossed one big hurdle. Because
Right.
they already can see that you look like you belong on the team. Lastly, I would just say practice, practice, practice. Make sure you are in the mirror. Make sure you have a presence about yourself. Make sure that, you know, you are bringing your best you. And finally, have fun. You know, because at the end of the day, if you don't make a dance team, try again. You know, as a working professional dancer, I don't get every audition that I audition for. You know, I don't get every gig that I go out for. But I still go home and I practice, 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 and make sure that I have fun at everything that I do.
Would you say the same tips were the same for college teams?
College teams also vary. If you're auditioning for a band dancing, you know, auxiliary program, I would definitely say look at the different type of auxiliary program you are auditioning for. For example, Mahogany Emotion, we are not the typical, you know, big D1 school dance teams, you know, so each school has their different style of dance. So Mahogany, we're very classy and very like sexy style, you know, we're very technical on the field. Whereas another school, they might be really big and bucking and they might get down. So if you can't get down, then you're not making the team, you know?
Right.
So I would definitely say do your research as far as college teams. A lot of college teams audition process can be, their processes, I should say, can be very strenuous. So they also have the physical aspect of it. So make sure you're eating healthy. Make sure you are working out so that your stamina is up to par, you know, so that you're not passing out during the audition process. Make sure that, you know, you are getting that physical, which a lot of dance teams do require you to have. Also, on college, make sure your academics are up to par.
Right. Amen.
Because if your academics are not up to par, then you cannot make a college dance team because they do consider you student athletes and ambassadors of the school that you are representing. So, you know, keep your grades up, guys.
All right. All right. So Kayla, what are your 5 best tips to being the best dancer you can be?
Okay, so my 5 best tips include having a mentor. You know, any artist, period, is going to tell you to have a mentor.
Right.
Whether that's a teacher, a friend, a sister, or anyone who, you know, supports your dream and understands how you feel about what you are doing, which is dancing, that they can motivate you and mentor you through that process. Secondly, you definitely need to be very healthy conscious. Not just, you know, eating right, but also working out. You know, dance is very grueling. It can take a toll on the body. So if you're not taking care of your body, you know, by putting correct foods in there, you know, fueling your body with good foods as well as, you know, understanding how to manage your energy, your body will break down if you're not taking care of it. Thirdly, replenishing your soul. I read a lot, I meditate, I pray, I go to church. I do a lot of different things that feed my soul because, like I said, dance is exhausting. And so if you're not doing something to just feed yourself and, you know, give more to yourself while you're giving so much output, you can truly have a breakdown, you know, mentally. You just won't be there. And that can affect your performance and your day, you know, especially if you're on a team and you have somebody and you're having a bad day and you didn't do anything to replenish yourself, she can say something that really wasn't offensive, but you take all your anger out on your teammate, and that's not a good teammate.
Right.
Fourthly, you need to practice. You know, your craft is who you are. So if you're going to take your craft seriously, if dance is what you want to do, then you really need to practice, practice, practice. Go to class, you know, work with other people, always be a student. You know, it's always good to have that student mentality. And fifth, for the fifth one, I would say work on your brand. You know, every dancer needs to have a brand. I believe that in this industry alone, it's good to just know who you are and who you want to represent and who you want to be, because it makes it easy for people to identify with you. You know, for me, just outside wise and outer appearance, people know me as, you know, the girl with blonde, big hair. You know, that's just who I am. You know, my mom told me something really interesting today. She said, you know, you can never change your hair, Kayla, because people won't even know who you are anymore. But just even how you are, if you're a bubbly person, show that, you know, through your dancing. If you're sassy, show that through your dancing, because then you're being true to yourself. So those are the 5 things I believe you need.
All right, perfect. Okay, so what are your 3 best tips to making the dance team?
3 best tips. Know who you are auditioning for. Do your research. Research is important, because if you don't do your research, you won't be prepared.
Right.
You know, so poor preparation equates to poor performance, and you don't want to do that.
Right.
Always have fun. You know, if you're not having fun, then there's no purpose in doing it. I love dancing. I'm passionate about dancing, so I'm always having fun when I'm dancing. Lastly, have confidence. Go in there like you own it. Even if you can't do that split, and act like you did the best split ever in life, you know? Like, if Nakaya decided she wanted to audition for an NBA dance team, I would tell her those 3 things, and she would go in there and own it. So
yes.
Slay.
I would. Okay.
So those are the 3 things you need to have.
All right, perfect. Okay, Kayla, so I do have a question. So for those who really enjoy dance and they want to be involved in dance, maybe they don't have the finances or aren't able to do all the awesome dance classes and learn all the fancy technique as some other students, what advice would you give them?
Well, I would definitely say keep trying. You know, there's a lot of self-taught people out there. You know, a lot of people on So You Think You Can Dance are self-taught dancers.
Right.
And they just go out there and they go for it. You know, if you feel as though dance is on your heart and that's what you were destined to do, then you will make a way and you will find a way.
So Kayla, what's your best piece of advice for those who are about to try out for the dance team?
Okay, so Nakaya asked me so many questions today about giving you all different tips. So make sure you hold on to those. But most importantly, make sure you bring your positive attitude, you know, and a fire personality. You know, make all of that pop out at your audition so that people can, you know, truly see who you are, and so you can have a lot of fun and meet a lot of different people. You know, if you're bringing a positive attitude, no matter the outcome, no matter what's going to happen, you will automatically do your best, you know, because you're bringing your best self. So bring your best self.
Perfect. All right, everyone. So we just heard from Kayla. Kayla, I do have another question. And it's a finish my sentence question. When I dance, I feel...
When I dance, I feel empowered.
So thank you, everyone, so much for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments for Kayla or myself, just leave them below. We'll make sure that they get answered. So Kayla told me not to say good luck if you're trying out for the dance team, but
break a leg.
All right, so break that leg, y'all, and keep us posted on your success. We'll see you again next time.